There. Now is there audio? There should be audio now. Uh-oh, did not get the sound, man. How's this? Tap, tap. Is this thing on? Boom, boom, boom. I think we're on now. Are we on now? There. Now is there audio? There should be audio now. Uh-oh. Oh, of course there's audio. I just heard myself because I didn't mute my own YouTube stream. Look at that. Look at that. One button. One button I missed. One button. I had one job to push one button, and I didn't do it. So we have audio now. So welcome everybody. And again, we'll do that again. Hello everybody. Happy Sunday night. Welcome to DWIT 3D. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. Yeah, I know you can hear me now. All I do is unmute my YouTube stream, and I can hear myself talk. And I don't necessarily music plus voice. The music might be a bit loud. There we go. That might be better there. Let me know if the music's too loud as we go. There's a mixture of country, pop, rock, Christmas music, and it's all legitimate YouTube music. I'm not going to get any strikes from it. So we continued last week, previously on DWIT 3D. We were working on the electronics last week, and we got quite a bit done. During the week, I worked on the hot end some. The only thing that I haven't done, actually, what am I doing? I'm backing up. Let's go say hi to everybody that's on stream first. I think that's a good idea. So we're going to say hi to Jose Ferreira. Hello, hello, how are you, sir? Brendan Wilson is here. Joe Velasco is here. Non-Fam is here. Shadell 3D, hello. Stream Elements is always here. They sneak in on every stream. HVAC A to Z is here. And we have, did I say Shadell 3D already? If not, I'm saying hi to Shadell 3D again. Let's see who else is here that I did not say. Jeff Thorson is here. Guy the Jedi is here. And Hayes Hoonigan is here. And James Christie. Hello. And Richard Sharps. Good evening, sir. And welcome to my humble stream. Yes, awesome. So we have 14 people watching, 7 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. And if you're not already, please go ahead and hit that little white oval button that says subscribe. It's free to subscribe, so I would appreciate any subscriptions. That is awesome. Looks like we have a few more people coming in. We have Slim Gig, and we have RZ3D and Guy the Jedi. Hello, gentlemen. Good evening. Oh, and James Christie. Cannot forget James. And I think I've got everybody. And I'll keep an eye as we go on as to everybody that pops in. So we were working on electronics last week. We're going to continue that. Tom Taylor just got here. Hello, Tom. And I've been working on the hot end through the week. I did a couple streams during the week. Some of you may or may not have been on it, but we were working on some of the hot end parts. So we got the stealth burner. We basically built the Clockwork 2. So if you missed it, you can go back. The video will be there. We worked some more in the stealth burner. We got the 2-part PCB put in. Was that last night or the night before? And then we got the nozzle put on, which is the Fetus Dragon high flow hot end. And I've got the wires all cut and crimped. I have to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put the hot end on tonight. The only thing I haven't done. The only thing I haven't done is I have not yet printed the parts, and it's been a hectic week, but I haven't printed the parts for the clicky probe yet. And in order to get, I may be able to. I'm just looking now. I think I need to get the clicky probe printed and put on prior to putting the hot end on. I will start getting the clicky probe pieces printed because the clicky probe is going to kind of hide in behind, underneath where the nozzle goes. But the rest of it I can throw this together and show you guys some pretty cool colors. I haven't decided what color to print the clicky probe in yet, but we will get that done. But we still have a fair bit of electronics to do. We've got to do the drag change yet. And what else did we have to do tonight? We got to put our XY end stop in. So we got a few things that we can do. We've got to run some cabling. So not getting the hot end in right away is not the end of the world. We'll run the drag chains. We'll get the hot end in eventually once we get the clicky probe in and wired up. And then I'm going to make sure this time, unlike on the 2.4 build, that I have all the wires I need that are going to go to the through the drag chains prior to closing them up and having to run a couple more wires like I did on the last one, because I forgot the LED extension wire, or the you know what I mean, the hot end, the fancy LED. Anyways, I forgot the LED extension wire, and then the other one I forgot 2 wires anyways that I had to open the drag chains up and put the wires back in. So we're going to try and avoid that. Collie05, hello sir, welcome to the stream tonight. Thank you for being here, I appreciate that. So it looks like we can go. We got quite a few people on, 16 so far. We can go. I think I got all the camera stuff pretty much worked out for tonight. The sound I know I've got worked out. We got the music. So great. Hey, was anybody on Richard Cleveland's stream tonight, the First Layer? If you're not subscribed to the First Layer, get over there on YouTube and subscribe. He did his first live call-in show this afternoon. It was awesome. It was great. I think he had 6 or 7 people call in live and ask questions, and he answered the questions live on his stream. So that was pretty cool. Ricky B, hello, sir. Welcome, welcome. So let's get going at it. So I'm going to basically put the hot end aside for a moment. Where we left off on the build last week, let me get over to the display mode here and switch you over here. Where we left off in the build, we kind of finished putting the ground wire in, and we finished off right at this point here, which is in fact a checkpoint where we have to basically do a safety check, and then we're going to do a pre-power up check, or a power up, whatever you want to call it. Like, we're going to basically power it up and make sure everything is okay and we don't see any smoke or stuff right now. So could you measure the cable raceways if you can? So you are asking me to measure, let's see if I go to this cam right here, and if I switch this over, I just want to make sure I'm going to look at the right thing for you. So on this, you would like me to, so you just want a measurement of this one, of these raceways that I have in here? Is that what you're looking for, Collie? I can do that for sure if that's what you'd like. Would you like metric or imperial? I have... Where's my tape measure? I had a tape measure right here. Let me go grab my tape measure. Boop, 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 boop. You were right on my desk here. There it is. I found it. Yeah, just the size of them. Oh, no problem. The length of them or the overall size? Well, okay, well, let's just have a look at this. So the length. So on this one is 10.5 inches, or 270 millimeters. Okay, this one's pretty much the same. This one's a little longer. This is 320 millimeters. Okay, so 270 millimeters, 320 millimeters. This bottom left one is 130 millimeters. This bottom right one is 130 millimeters. So 130 for the bottom ones, 270 for the top one, and 320 for the middle one. And the width of them, these are approximately 25 millimeters wide. 25 millimeters wide. And the depth is, I'm going to call that 29 millimeters deep. Hey, Bruno Silva, how are you, sir? So we're going to call that 29 millimeters deep. So hopefully you got all those. Let me know if you missed any or if I went too fast. or you can always watch the video back and get those numbers. But there we go. So yeah, no problem, Cully, no problem at all. Okay, so we're going to work on this a little bit more, but first we got to do some little like experimental fun kind of stuff with the meters and stuff. So checkpoint number 1. So before moving on to the next step, we're going to check all the wiring so far, because yes, it can be dangerous with mains wiring. We're going to double check and then triple check it once more. So I'm going to grab out my multimeter here. There's my black multimeter wire. So let's grab the multimeter and let's see what we've got to check here. So number 1, remember to check everything without the power cable plugged into the inlet. Well, that's kind of a given, but you know, you don't want to make any assumptions, and they don't want to make any assumptions on the on there either. So okay, so we got our cables connected. So number 2, check that all colors match. Blue wires should go into blue terminals, red into red, green into yellow, and green and yellow, and so on. So that's very sound advice. So if we switch back over here, what they're saying is to make sure that basically anything going into here, so we have our mains, so we can check our mains, so we have our live, our neutral, and our ground, or our earth, which it's called. And then we want to make sure that on these color terminals, which are color coded for a reason, that we only have red coming into red, blue coming into blue, and green and yellow, green, yellow coming into the green, yellow, which we are okay here. And then we have the earth or the ground coming in, being grounded to the frame. The only ground that's not hooked up yet inside here is we do have a ground coming off of the bed, which is this guy right, or did I ground? No, I didn't. It's the green. It's believe me, it's here. It's right here. That's the bad ground, but the bad ground gets grounded into the ground and when we get to the front. But we're going to be running that when we run the drag chains through here. So I know you're not there. What are you using for clipper firmware? I'm going to be using mainsail. I'll be using just standard mainsail like I did for the 2.4. I've not tried fluid yet, so yeah, I'm gonna on the previous build on the 2.4, I've used mainsail for 2.4 and for both my 01s, and I believe I had fluid initially on the rat rig way back when we did the rat rig, and then I switched from mainsail because rat rig came out with their own, or somebody came out with rat OS, which is what's on there. But I'm sure that when I redo the rat rig, or when I upgrade the rat rig, there's much newer firmware and software for the rat rig than I have in it right now. So definitely. Oh, thank you so much, HVAC. I'm trying to keep the wiring, yeah, I'm trying to keep the wiring as nice as I can on this. It's going to be interesting when I come from the daughter board here over to the main board, how I'm going to route the wires. I have not yet shortened any of my motor wires. They are stupid long. I could probably declutter this thing majorly if I were to shorten my stepper motor wires, but I just decided not to at this point. We will we'll look at that a little bit later. Oh, there we go. There's my little image there of myself on the top, but I can actually move that down to the bottom right, because you don't need to see my elbow flaring around like that. But this is my little GoPro camera that I figured I have this GoPro I don't use. Let's put it to some good use. So it makes a good little corner camera there so you guys can see my little mug in the corner. Okay. And that way you're not just talking to, I'm not just, you know, you're not just seeing an arm or something every once in a while. Let me double check one thing here before we go. And I am, oh, no wonder my playback looks terrible, because it's streaming at 320p when I should be selecting HD 1080p. So we are streaming in 1080p. So if you're getting a really crappy looking image, just go into YouTube and manually select your definition to 1080p, because that is what we are streaming at. So, okay. So number 3, use a multimeter to check the continuity between all nodes of the same color. They should be shorted. Okay, so what we're going to do, we will grab the multimeter. We will put it over onto the continuity mode. Let's make sure that we work here. Oh, if I put it on the right mode. Hang on a minute here. Make sure I get in the right mode. Oh, I have to put the black plug over to the proper connector in order to do continuity, so that helps. And put it on the right setting. And how come I'm not getting a beep? Oh, it's the red one I got to move over. Ah, I always get that mixed up. So the red one's got to go over there because we're not reading voltage, we're reading continuity. So let's try now. No. There we go. That's what I want. I want to hear that beep. There we go. I don't know if you hear that over the music, but that's what we want to hear. So what we're going to check now is they're saying check continuity between all nodes of the same color. So basically what we're saying is we got to come underneath here into where that wire is, and underneath here, in here. Although it's hard to get in there, but I think if I just go this to this, we are good. This to this, we're good. We're good here. Now I'm going to come from here. I'm going to go over, let me pull this cover off temporarily. Come over to this live one, and we're good there. Let's go over to the blue one. We're good there. Let's come over to the earth. Oh, we're good there. And let's just make sure that the frame is actually the actual frame, depending on where I touch it. There we go. There we go. I've got continuity between the frame, there we go, and the earth here. So that's good. That means the frame is grounded. So that's a good sign. Okay. That's that one. So we're good that way. Okay, and number 4 is use a multimeter to check the continuity between the live, neutral, and earth. They should not be shorted with each other. Okay, so basically what they're saying is let's go earth, not shorted, not shorted. Okay, that one's going to be shorted. Then we're going to go make sure that the yeah, we're not shorted between any of those. Nothing there, nothing there. So we're not shorted at all that way. Okay, we are good for that. Let's see now. And now number 5, check that the earth on the inlet is shorted with the DIN rails and the build plate. Now the build plate might not be, but okay, so the DIN rails. I hit a DIN rail here and the earth. Okay. Why am I not shorted on the DIN rail yet? Let's see. Check that the earth on the inlet is shorted with the DIN rails and the build plate. I'm not shorted. Have I missed putting something onto the DIN rails? Let me... I don't think I have missed that. Oh, there we go. Okay, I am shorted to that DIN rail. But I'm not shorted to the top DIN rail. But I am shorted to the bottom DIN rail, and I know I'm not going to be shorted to the bed yet because I have not hooked up the earth wire from the bed yet. But we will be doing that. Okay. You just tried fluid firmware. I can't put comments on screen yet, unfortunately. I'm not set up to do that yet, but I will get there. You just tried fluid firmware, found out they only started using policy kit with theirs. You have you have to update the Pi firmware 96 updates. Wow. Then you have to update the whole thing, and there is a script policy kit fix before the console will even start to work. Holy cow. Mainsail OS worked right away. Yeah. You didn't need on top all supports are plastic. Oh, good point. Yeah, that makes sense. Whereas we're grounding the bed through the SSR. That makes sense, Jose, for sure. Hey, Jokernut, how are you, sir? Okay, so we got that part done. We know the bed's not grounded yet because I have not hooked up the ground wire from the bed yet, which we will do. That will get hooked up. And then check again that the power supply voltage input switch is set to the correct value, 115 volts. Well, that is for sure because that's the first thing I did. I'm not going to lift it over at the time, but I know that's the first thing I did on the power supply is I switched that. After checking all the above, plug the power cable in and switch on the inlet. The power supply should turn on and its LED should light up. Switch off the inlet, remove the plug, and we can now move on to the next step. Okay, so here we go. Now we get our first chance, our first look at no magic smoke. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just turn this over one revolution so I can get at the power plug. Okay, there we go. One revolution turn. We are going to grab our power, which is right here. Okay. First thing we're going to do, we're going to plug it in. We're off. Why is that not going in? Come on. There it is. We are in. Okay. Anybody want to lay bets? Lights. Friendship lights. Beast. Anybody want to lay bets as to whether we see smoke or anything? Okay, ready, set. 3, 2, 1. Okay. We have a green light on the power on the PSU. We don't see smoke. I don't see sparks. We're good. I'm going to... They don't tell me to, but I am going to, if I can stop this thing from turning, I'm going to check the voltage coming out of the PSU just to ensure that we have the proper amount of voltage coming out. So let's go ahead and we should have 24 volts coming out of there. So I'm going to check that with this meter. So we have our positive and our neutral. Why, okay, I'm getting nothing out of there. Why? Do I have my meter in the right setting? I do. I'm sure I do. Let's try this again. Actually, I can just go to here and here. I'm not getting any reading as far as a power out goes. Oh, that's because, oh, I see what we're doing here. Those are the powers in. Duh. I need to go here and here. I'm not showing anything. Do I have these things mixed up? I do not have these things mixed up. So let's see. I should be getting 24 volts out of here. I'm checking AC, not the... Oh, maybe... No, I'm on... Oh, let's see. Let's see. You're probably right. No. Red is AC on my meter. HV. There we are. There we go. 23.8. Okay, I don't know. I had it on, I think I might have been just not quite clicked in, but I was on the right spot, or one of these plugs had come out. But definitely, there we go. So now we're getting 23.7, 23.8. I could tweak that, but I think that's going to be fine. 23.8. Yeah, we got 23.8. So we do have good voltage coming out. No, red wire in the meter. This is the right input for the voltage, and over here is for continuity. So I had this in the right spot. I think I think my plug was not quite all the way in. So, yeah. Okay, we're good on that now. We have no smoke. I was measuring mains. Yeah, I was measuring mains. I know that, and I wanted to see if I was getting 24 volts out of there. And this I was measuring mains. That's right. I was on the wrong. You're right. You're right. That I was on the wrong one. That should be the mains coming in at. And the reason I didn't get a reading on that is because I was at too low of a setting. That's right. Or oh, sorry, over this way. Yeah. Anyways, okay, we're good. The meter makes it idiot-proof for me, so it doesn't let me screw up. Okay. Anyways, see, I'm human. Well, at least some people think I am. Some people think I am. Okay. Put that away for now. I got it unplugged. We're done. No shocks, no electric shocks. And now, okay, then we're going to go back over to the display and whoops, I had it on the right one all along. So now we're going to, in this step, we'll connect the power supply to the controller board and make all the build plate connections. Okay. First, connect the following according to the table. So bad thermistor, bad earth, bad neutral. Okay, so we're going to connect. Now, the only thing I'm not sure, so now they want me to connect the bed, but I don't have the drag chain connected up to this yet. But I suppose I could always add the drag chain after the fact. And let's just go back to the Voron instructions. I'm just going to go back to the Voron instructions really quick, which I have open right here, and I want to see what order they do this in when they get to their wiring. So they tend to run the wiring and then run the drag chains. Although the bed drag chain, this is a little different than the 2.4. So bed cable routing. Okay, so they are putting the bed drag chain on first and then routing it and then running it in. Okay. So let's have a look at that. I don't seem to have that part installed yet. So if I switch back over to this guy here and we're going to go boom and here we go. Oh, look, we got stuck in transition. Let's stand this up. Hey, Andrew Humphreys. Okay. Stand her up. And oh, there's the here we go. So the drag chain is going to go from here down to this guy here. So let's grab that chain. That way we can run these wires down and get the bed hooked up. Okay, here we are. So I just get a little, I'm not going to say confused, because I'm flipping back and forth between the Trident or the Voron instructions and the LDO instructions. Sometimes I obviously tend to get things done a little out of order. So forgive me if that's the case and I'm going out of order, but I think it's okay to mix a few things up out of order as long as you know, as long as I don't, for instance, run the drag chain and the cables down from the hot end right now, because I don't have the hot end on and I'm going to be missing a whole bunch of wires. So, which I don't want that to happen. So, okay. So this is pretty standard. So we're going to be using the M3x6 flatheads for these. The instructions do show 3 holes, but we are using the 2-hole version, which is the ones that come with the LDO kit. So I'm going to dig out. No sense you guys staring at a blank screen while I'm doing this, so I will just flip over to this one here. I'm going to dig out the M3x6 flatheads. Unless they're already out, because I kind of knew this was coming. No. I still have, I know there's still a bunch of them in here. Where'd they go? Mixing things up is one of your superpowers, of course. There's no wrong way, unless, of course, I put something on that requires me later to have to take it off again to do another step that I skipped. So, but I'm pretty sure the thing that's staying at the top of my mind is those cables running down the drag chains from the hot end. I want to make sure that all of the cables that have got to come from the hot end are in it this time, so I don't have to rerun cables. I'd even rather have extra cables running than be too short. Now, I don't know why I'm not finding. There they are, right there. One of the last bags I looked in. Okay. And there are our M3.6 flatheads. Now, I want to see if these chains are all the same length, and I believe these are all the same length, so it does not matter, shouldn't matter which one I use. These are all the same length, and we got a few spare links for some reason. We got some spare links, so we'll see if those are needed or if those are just spares in case one of them breaks. Zenbender, hello, sir. And yeah, because the one good thing about LDO is they tend to send a lot of spare parts. Like, they don't scrimp on the spare parts. Okay, so this guy is going to come up. Oh, it helps if I give you guys the right camera angle when I talk about something. Come on. And I believe it's this one right here. Or do we want to go closer? We can go closer and move this up just a hair. So this guy is going to come on here, and then these guys are going to kind of pop in and come up from down from up here. So I'm going to populate the drag chain. That's going to come up here, and then that is going to, I believe I'm going to have to on the bottom, yeah, I'm going to have to turn that other one around. Turn this end piece around because it's got to be flat on here. Okay, so I'm going to pop this off. Let me grab, I find it's a lot easier if I grab a little tiny flathead. I think it was this one I used last time. There we go. And then this should pop off a little easier. There we go, and turn this around. Come on. And like so. There we go. So that way when we put this on here, oops. Okay, you are not changing cameras on me. How come? Because I hit the wrong button. So that way when we put this on, this guy's going to be flat against this. This guy's going to be flat against that. So that's for that. And I believe I got to break this tip off, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to do that for, yeah, let me just double check. I think that tip's got to come off. Yeah, it does. So we've got to break this guy off. There we go. Don't mind you trying to multitask with a bazillion tabs open on 3 monitors doing the job hunt, house hunt, and applicant. Oh man, you're a busy man, Zen. Okay, so let's pop open some of these guys here, and then we will populate it with wires. I'm just going to pop all these open. Zippity pop. Hope the music's good. I tried to do a nice variety tonight, and unfortunately I can't hear it, or fortunately. So it kind of makes these little quiet, or these little quiet spaces where I'm just doing this, filled with music and joy. And there's even some Christmas music in there. And there we go. We are all open. Look at that, just like that. These are great, great, great chains. Okay, so now we're going to attach the first one with my M36s. Okay, got a couple of these. We're going to need 4. I may as well take 4 of them out. What do you think of my funky mat? I've had this mat for a while. I used the other side, which was black, which is meant to be the back, and this is actually the front side. It's kind of funky looking. I like it. Although it's pretty easy to lose stuff on it. So, okay, so if we come up here, I am going to switch you folks over to this one. And let's see if we can share the view, share the pain. Let me grab my little hex key I need. There's the size. We'll put this one in. And we'll get the bottom one in. Come on. There we go. And then we'll pop these guys open. Oh, the first one. Okay, I see what I should have done. Okay. Don't make my mistake. Can't get into this first one with this thing screwed on all the way. So what we got to do is I can probably just take the top screw out. There we go. That'll allow me to rotate this. That'll allow me to rotate that out. We'll get the wire started on these top few. So let's do this. You guys can't really see much here, so I'm just going to do this right here. So we'll get these top few open. We'll bring the wires around and get these wires in these top few, like that. There we go. We can snap that one closed. And that one, and then we can straighten this up. There we go. And pull these through, leaving a little bit of slack there. I don't want to tighten them. I don't want to give them too tight there. I'm going to leave a little bit of slack. Hey, Golden Jaguar, how are you, sir? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Build is coming along great. Build is coming along great. I love watching your streams, by the way. Okay, so let's just get these in as we go down. I'm pretty sure, actually I'm going to secure that top hole again here so that doesn't twist on me. But let's make sure I get in the hole, because otherwise I'm tightening into midair Hello, Ray. How are you, sir? Okay. Got that little bit of play back there. That's good. We're not too tight. Now we can feed this down. Down, down, down. Oh, these things actually snap right back open. I didn't know if I was going to... Oh, they actually snap all the way back so that they don't really pop back. Oh, cool. Learn something new every build, right? Look at that. Now I can easily run them down without those caps just popping their way back. But now what I got to do is I have to feed all the wires, starting with the longest one here, which is the bed thermistor. So we're going to feed all the wires through here so they come out the right side. Okay. And then the blue and the brown one are the next longest ones. Let's get those through. You through. And let's get the earth wire through. Earth to wire. Okay. There we go. All the wires are on the right side. Now we will close the door. Thank you, Ken. And everybody, if you're not, get over there to Golden Jaguar 3D. Subscribe to him. He does some great Voron builds. He does a lot of builds. He's got a great channel. I enjoy watching his streams. Let's just support everybody. I support many of the 3D makers as I can, and I appreciate all the support that I get. And there we go. So we have all those wires in. They are all going to feed down through the little opening down here. I'm assuming they are. I'm not looking at the instructions, but you know, I'm going to make an ass out of me if I'm wrong, but common sense tells me that we're going to feed some wires down here, so I'm going to feed some wires down here. There we go. All those. Look at how neat that is. Now we got to get in and attach this chain to the bottom. And that'll be our bed chain now. If we got, do we have... The bed is, oh yeah, I was going to say the bed could be going up a lot more, but it's not. Once the hot end's on, the bed's not moving up much more than it is right now. Okay, I believe it is dark green for this particular size, and I was correct. Okay, because I got to get in at a little bit of an angle here. Hopefully I'm not blocking too much view, so I'm going to put a little bit of slack in those wires. Just so that I can, there we go, just so I can pull them out of the way and get this screwed in here. Let's get this bottom one in, and if I get this one started, there we go. Nope, I missed. Good thing these are magnetically charged. Okay. Okay. Where's the hole? There it is. Let's get that going. Just bite the thread a little for me. Good. Awesome. Now the top one. Just going to turn this over this way just a little bit till I get this in. There we go. We got thread bitage going on. So we'll snug that one, and we'll snug the bottom. I don't know why I do a play-by-play. I like to talk because I think it's silent when I'm not talking, and I keep forgetting I got music in the background now. Let me pull these wires down. Did you get twisted a little there, you little... How come you... There you are. And there we go. Look at that. All the wires just tucked neatly down, sneak underneath the bottom. So now we can continue on to the bed stuff. So now that we have, let's get this up under here, and boom. So there we go. So we have all the bed wires in. We have our drag chain in for the bed. And then, as I say, I left a little bit of looseness right here, not much. What I'm going to do, just to appease my own self-anality, is I'm going to find a zip tie. There we are. Oh, I know how my zip tie got wet. I got a cup sweating over there. And then I am just going to come in here and I'm going to just zip tie these wires just to keep them a little tidy. Put one there, and I'm going to do 2 of them. Note the instructions don't call for this, but I want to keep things tidy and tidier. And there we go. Okay. That I'm happy with. I'll show you this in a second here. I'm going to snip these off. I'm going to attempt to snip them off. There we go. And there we go. So all I really did there was just, I don't know if I can get any closer on that. I think I can. So just these wires right here, I just put a zip tie up here and a zip tie down here just to keep that little bundle of bed wires nice and cozy. And so a little bit of slack so we're not pulling on it too. So there we go. Okay. I need to take a beverage break. There we go. Okay, now let's flip her back over. Good thing I still have a bit of upper body strength to do this kind of stuff. I'm gonna say let's flip it back. Let's maybe this way. That's a good, I don't know, 30 pounds now? 25 pounds? It's got some weight to it. I'm gonna go, yeah, we can go this way. I think we can get away with going this route. So now that we've added that, let's get back onto the there it is right there. Okay, so we're going to get back onto the LDO instructions right here. So now that we have the wires down, so we're going to connect the bed thermistor, the bed earth, the bed neutral, okay, and the bed live and the nozzle probe. Oh, I didn't put, oh, I'm gonna scream. Can I scream? Remember how I said you want to make sure you get all the wires plugged in that you need to have plugged in and yada yada yada. Yep. Okay, that's okay. That's no sense crying over a missed wire, but that's the Z-stop. That's okay. That's not the one that I'm missing. I'm missing a wire. Can you believe that? Oh. LED strip, where is it? Where is it? XY stop. I'm sure I didn't put it in. My nozzle probe. Okay. That's okay. I gotta find that wire. Maybe that's why I didn't put the nozzle probe wire in. Let's see. This isn't it. It would help if I could. Where is that? I saw it earlier. It's not this one. It's not this one. I had them all out. Let's see. Did it go behind here? No, sir. We've got some wires to look at. Okay, this one is the Z-stop. That's it right there. That's it right there. That's the one I want. Oops. My first drop, I dropped a wire, it hit the floor. Gravity is alive and well. Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I forgot a wire, even though I said, let's make sure we don't forget a wire. The Z-stop wire, which is the Z-probe rate. Let's go here and here. So what we're missing is the Z-probe right there. This guy under here. Actually, can't really see it too well, but trust me, there's supposed to be a wire coming out of that Z-probe. Okay, well that's what we're gonna do right now. Okay, I believe that is coming out of the other end here. Yes, it is right there. And I'm not sure which way this is going in. I believe it's going in this way. You know what I'm going to do real quick here? I'm going to just raise that up just a little bit more at an angle so I can kind of see in there. Really, I should have hooked this wire up before I put that in. There we go. There's a Z-probe wire. Okay, well, you know, and I was just bragging about not having to... Yeah, anyways, that's okay. This one's easy to undo. Boop, boop. Let this be a lesson. I make the mistake so you don't have to. That should be my channel tagline. What do you think? I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Okay. And I'll get those last two. I've got to undo that one screw again. Isn't that true for all technical channels? I suppose it is, Jose. Or, I mean, Leo. Leo and Jose. We all do sooner or later. Absolutely. If you can't make a mistake and laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? Okay. It's just, I'd rather this kind of mistake than a wiring mistake and turn it on and fry my board, right? So, okay, so this, I'm going to have to come up, bundle this with the other bundle that's going out here, kind of like that. So let's go ahead and get this inserted into the first few here. Oops. And all my wires fell out. That's all right. I just made it awkward for myself a little bit. That's okay. Oh, you know what? I should have come in. I totally messed this up. Did I ever? Okay. It's all right. Yeah, I totally messed this up. I think I can get away without undoing the bottom. Yeah, I can. Okay. Okay. I'm going to just secure this. You make that mistake all the time, yeah. Oh, but the kicker is, I'm talking about it, saying, yeah, I learned my lesson from the 2.4 not to forget to put wires in the drag chain. And as I'm talking and bragging about, yeah, I'm going to make sure this time that everything's good, yada, 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 what do? I can't help but laugh at myself. If I don't laugh at myself, somebody else is. So there we go. And plus I had these wires coming in the wrong way at this end anyways, so. Not that it would make a huge difference, but yeah, I just want it to look as neat and tidy as possible. There we go. Now they're coming in the right way. I'll get the first three going there. There we go. Okay. Now I can live with myself. Okay. Okay, Jose, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here, man. Go get some sleep. Hey, Thomas, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Oh, don't. No, hang on a minute here. That's let me use this one. That was going a little crooked. That's better. Okay, there we go. So now we got that coming in here. We'll pull that. And I believe there is even a place to secure that on there. There is. Oh, I didn't switch the camera. Sorry, guys. Oh man, I've been so into it and fixing this. Oh no, I did switch the camera. What am I talking about? Okay, something. Oh, you know why? That stream is frozen on me for some reason. But I didn't switch over to this camera here. My bad. Why is that all of a sudden looking very... Oh. Okay, guys, I just dropped something. Bear with me. I just had a little disaster. Hang on. Oh, could this get any worse? Could this get any worse? Yeah, I guess it could get worse. Okay. Hold on a sec. Not the end of the world. Here we go. I just dropped a couple things. Nothing too serious. And this little guy here. There we go. I think that's everything picked up. Okay. Wow. I've not done that before. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Let's see what damage I did. Okay. Boom, boom. Turn on. There we go. Okay. As I was saying before I accidentally dropped a freaking camera or two. Well, that's because that's weighted. That shouldn't be weighted down so much. Okay. Well, at least I know that, there we go. At least I know my gear can take a licking. But why? I think something unplugged here. This is ridiculous. Boop. Bear with me a sec. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, see, you don't get disasters like this live on other channels. Oh, yeah, that's why. Something came unplugged here. That came unplugged. Okay. Here we are. Okay. This is just a little embarrassing that this kind of crap happens right now. Just a little. I need to, there we go. Okay. Really quick, hang on. Okay. Hey, Thomas. You're in the middle of you're coming in the middle of a disaster here. I don't know what. Something was off balance. Probably. Why am I? Okay, Ray, take care. Okay, that's on, that's on. Okay, we're on that camera. We'll go back to this one. Oh man, did I come on, really? Just give me a second, guys. I'm having a little bit of an issue here. Something got knocked out of whack. Why is... Okay. Something is not working here. Sorry. I dropped my stream deck. Fell off. I got to put a little ledge on the side of this table so that I can't drop that off the back again like that. But something is Give me 1 sec. I may go off air for a second, but give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. I just got to reboot something. Okay. Okay. I should be back. Sorry, HVAC A to Z, if I missed you. Good night. Okay, I think I'm okay now. That was preventable. I've got to do something in the future to prevent that. Okay, I think we're okay. I think I've got everything back where it should be now. I believe, let's see what's going on as far as OBS goes now, because I had to reboot that. So if I go here to here, we should be able to now and then let's just call this a quick comedic intermission. There we go. Okay. Damn it. I lost a light too. Okay. And it won't come back on for some reason. Crapadola. Well, I'm gonna have to go without it. Okay. So let's just continue where what we were doing here. I'm back. I'm back. I hope I'm back. I should be back. Anyways, that was kind of a cluster, you know what, that just happened. And I lost a light. Did something to it. It won't come back on. So I'm just gonna have to. We'll have to deal without that one light for now. But we'll continue this. And why does that image look so crappy again? That's better. Okay. And we're going to get back up on this screen. There we go. I think we're back in the races now. I think we're back. Okay. Sorry, folks. Very, very big oops that just happened there, including I think I killed a light. But anyways, that's okay. That's what happens when I panic and trip over a wire. Panic and trip. It's actually quite comedic. When I'm going to look back at this moment tomorrow, before I cut that segment out of the video, and I'm going to laugh at it. I guarantee I'm going to laugh at it and shake my head and say, "What were you doing, you idiot?" Okay. Okay, and I was actually reaching for a zip tie is all I was doing. And I bumped one thing and I caused a chain reaction for a whole bunch of other things. Ugh. Oh yeah, like a year ago I would have been embarrassed and quit and said, I'm done, I gotta go. But you know what? The show must go on. You are so correct. Just because I broke a light and because I caused like momentary outage of my stream, poop happens. That's the that's the risk you take live streaming. And that's how you learn. So for next time, I gotta put a little bit of a bar or something behind the back of the bench there, because stuff tends to stuff can fall off. So I don't want stuff to fall off. There's some expensive gear here. We can't have it falling off. So there we go. We got this continued going through. Now we're gonna come back. I'm just choked about that light I knocked over. I am choked about it. There we go. Now we have everything coming through that we needed. Especially the front. Okay. So let's turn this. I think this, I'm just going to turn it around the other way so it's a little easier. Because this is the way I've been doing the build all along. Okay. Okay, so now we're working on in this area here now. So connect the load 2 on the SSR to live UK 2.5N terminal. So I'm gonna, there's supposed to be a bigger picture right here. Here we go. Let's look at this bigger picture. There we go. Okay. So we need to connect. I have a short wire here for this. There we go. So this, let's pop off. So we got the picture. So this is what we're going to be doing here. Let me switch back over to, not that camera, let me switch back over to this one. Okay, so on here, man, well, that light's not making that much of a difference. We're going to pop that off the SSR. And then we have a short wire here that is going to the SSR from, and that can't be, yeah, that is right. So this is basically going to go right in here. We're going to the load port to the SSR on here. Sorry, I'm just still a tiny bit flustered from that whole fiasco, but I will take a drink of water and get back at it. Okay. Okay, so we are gonna grab our little screwdriver here. We're gonna open this one here. This is the one where they want me to attach this. I'll open that up. We will shove that in the hole. There we go. And then, okay, over to the SSR and make sure that this is the right way around. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be connection number 1, which it is. Okay. This is just going to swing around and under in here. Okay. And we can even give this guy a little tuck in on the raceway. There we go, just to kind of keep them out of the way and keep things looking neat and tidy. Okay. Now, number 2, connect the hot end positive and negative terminals on the octopus to 3 and 4 terminals of the SSR input. Note, the SSR end of the cable has a large fork connectors. Okay, so okay, let me find that right spot. Oh, I want to duplicate this tab actually. I want to be able to keep both windows open because it does basically it closes the one window on me when it's where I can't read what they're saying. So turn up the hot end terminals in the octopus. Input. Okay, where am I? Okay, I just have to read this through. Think I'm still a bit. Okay, let me reference this. Just a second here. Okay, so we're coming from there. So number 2 is going to be this is bed live. Okay, and this isn't what they're saying. I'm a little confused by this one instruction, but I'm going to go by the diagram. Connect the HE0 positive and minus terminals on the octopus to 3 positive and 4 minus terminals of the SSR. Okay. Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay. That's this other wire. Okay. Okay, now I get it. I just had to read that a few times just to be sure. And I believe this is the one I want right here. This is the bed SSR, and this is the SSR. Yeah, okay, here we go. I get it. I get what they're saying. So basically, I'm going from the main board, the Octopus power, and this is going to be going into the SSR. Okay. And so the red goes into 3, and the ground goes into black, goes into 4. And we have the red and black going in up here on the main board. Okay. Took me a couple seconds to get it, but I get it. Okay, here we go. Sometimes I'm slow, other times I'm slower. Okay, so there's the black, or the positive, and the negative. And again, they've LDO is painted, so you can't really mess this part up. Is a painted red, so red goes to the painted red. Hey Steve, you missed the fun. Oh, how come what did I not do there? I tend to do that. I think I stuck them in the wrong hole. Okay, everybody stop what you're thinking. That's better. Getting the correct hole. There we go. Give him a tug. There we go. Oh man. Okay. So let's come down. Oh, they show coming down behind. Oh, actually, they're showing coming down through here. So they're going up into the raceway. over here, down out of the raceway, into this raceway. This is a crowded raceway, by the way. There's a lot of traffic in here. Oh, that just fits. I think I'm going to come out one exit early here to give myself that little bit of extra space on this thing, because that was really, like, that is just a perfect length. Okay, we got the red going to 3 and the black going to 4. Okay. Black to 4. We'll worry about tucking that into the raceway in a moment. Okay, and red to 3. We're snug. Yeah, oh, that just fits. Oh man. Actually, I might even come and do this and just come straight out that like that. Just like that, and that, there we go. That gives me a little bit of breathing room. That was a little too snug for my liking. There we go. That way that can kind of hide behind the main board there. Okay, so that portion's done. Yep. No crimping required. The only crimping required is because I chose, for instance, to do the Clockwork 2, and so I had to shorten the wire for the motor. I had to, and I've got to re-crimp some wires for portions here, and also when I decided to go with a 2-part PCB, I had to do a bit of soldering here. So yeah, but that's because I went for the to upgrade to the 2-part PCB and the Clockwork 2 extruder. But if you build it to spec, there's absolutely no crimping, anything you have to do. Okay, so let's move on to the next step here. Now we're going to connect the positive terminal of the red bed power and motor power, red bed power and the motor power to the octopus to the 3 positive terminals of the 24-volt power supply. Connect the plus terminal of the bed power and the motor power. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we're talking about here. Make myself laugh. Okay, so that's this big cable we're dealing with here. Okay, so that's this big guy here. So we are connecting. What we're doing is we're connecting from the octopus into the mains, into the power supply. So this is 24 volts in, and this is to the controller. So this one's the controller. We'll pop this lid open. And again, they've made it pretty simple so you don't mess it up. We have positive, positive, positive. So we have a negative. So this one's going to the 3rd one down, which is a positive. Okay, let's just do this one plug at a time. Actually, we're going 3rd, and then we're skipping one, and then we have the other positive. And we're using the negative right below it, and then we're using the positive right below that negative. Okay, so we're coming in here. 3rd one, oops, 3rd one down. There we go. Let's get this snugged up. And then we are going into the next one right here. Right here. Well, let's go ahead and get these kind of all snugged in, and then I can tighten them up. And in here. Okay, we are in our respective spots. So number 3, 1, 2, 3, number 5, 6, and 7. 5, 6, and 7. Yep, we're good. I just like to double check everything. As they say in the manual, triple check. Okay, there we are there. That's going to come down. We'll tuck it away after we get it sorted in the power supply here. And so that's the first 3, positive, 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 and negative, because we have plus, 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 and then our first negative in the bottom, negative in there. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3 red ones, and a black one. Okay. It's like 3, 4 ducks in a row. Let's see if I can't. Huh. Doesn't help that I lost one light. Okay, there we go. This has to hit the right slot. Second one. There we go. And the ground, or the negative, sorry. Okay. And we'll try and tidy this up just a bit. I think I can come into, yeah, as I say, this is getting crowded. I really should have shortened those, motor wires. And maybe I will eventually. Okay, so let's come down. We just got to stay out of the way of that daughter board, if we can. I wonder if I can actually tuck that down and back a bit, like that. There we go. Tuck that down and back a bit. We can come in through this opening here and then just tuck you in kind of like this. And then this guy can tuck up in behind here just a little bit. There we go. That's not so bad. It's not so bad considering. I even tried main board integrated with CPU-P. I have not. You have just kept looking. Eventually they have pi around. Okay. 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 Okay, so that's okay. Yeah. In hindsight, I should have cut those motor wires, but we'll make that work. Once we get the cap on, that'll look a whole lot better. Okay, so we got that done there. Okay, next step. Number 4, connect the positive terminal of the power in the octopus to one of the negative Okay, connect the minus terminal of the power in the octopus to one of the minus terminals of 24-volt power supply. Okay. Hang on a minute. Why? Oh, okay. All they're saying is minus terminal to the minus. I've already done that. The first instruction had the 3 positives going, and the last instruction, and the next instruction had the minus going. So I already did that. This one pulled out a little bit. Let me reseat this guy because I pulled it up. There we go. That one just pulled out just a little bit. It was probably fine, but don't want to take a chance. Okay, so I already did the next step, which is run the negative terminal. Since it was all on the same cable bundle anyways. There we go. So this is the bad, this is the bad power, bad out, this is our main power, and this is our motor. Okay. Okay. If you cut the wires, they'll go faster. Yeah, sure they will. Sure they will. Okay, number 4. Okay, so if in doubt, check the high resolution diagrams here and here, which we've been working off the high resolution diagrams. So now basically we've completed these 4 steps. Okay, and it says it should look like this. So my final result kind of looks, yeah, kind of looks like that. Okay. Connecting the Toolhead breakout cables. But I haven't connected. Did they skip the step where they wanted me to connect these guys? Or what's going on here? The bed, wires coming from the bed. Did I miss a step? Let's have a look back here. No, because there's the wires hanging down there. Yeah, there's the bed wires hanging. And oh yeah, I did miss a step right here. I did. I've got to take all these bad wires and connect them to the right spots here. So there we go. Okay. Glad I checked. So let's move this camera just a little bit that way. There we go. Okay, so we need to take the blue and go up into the blue, and we are going into the terminal on the left. So I was wondering, like, I gotta hook these wires, all of these wires up somewhere eventually. Now again, this is long. I think I'm going to there's no need, yeah, this doesn't need to be this long. So yeah, there's no crimping required because everything is done the way it needs to be, but this is, mind you, yeah, no, this is really long. I think I'm going to snip this because this just has to go right to here, and so I have all this extra length right here. I'd rather, you know, nip it off here, and then that way I'm not dealing with let me see, it's not gonna, no, it doesn't, no, it doesn't have to be that long. So I'm gonna go grab my ferrule kit. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to go grab my ferrule kit. There it is. Yeah, I got to the point of doing the bed and interrupted because I had to get the cable chain done. You're right. But yeah, like, you don't have to do any crimping, wiring, blah blah blah, unless you want to shorten your wires. Like I should have, in hindsight, shortened all my motor wires, but That's all right, because they could all use some shortening, but this one is just too long. I don't want to have to tuck everything in, so that's okay. But this won't take long. I happen to be well versed at crimping ferrules. If I could find my wire stripper. Did I put it back? Where did I put my wire strippers, folks? Tell me, did they fall too when I dropped everything? No, they couldn't have. No. When I had my incident? Huh. There they are. I got them. Okay, so I can just briefly switch down to here. So I'm going to take this blue wire, and I think this is going to be pretty good. Actually, you can't see that. You cannot see this. But if I do this, and this, and this, you can. So we'll take this blue wire, we'll snip it off right about there. That's plenty long enough. We'll strip it, we'll give it a good ½ inch. There we go, make sure it gets into the ferrule. What color ferrule did they have? They had a red one in there, right? Yeah. Put that in here. And grab my crimper. And test it, and we're good to go. Okay, so that's this one. Going into the blue here. Okay, just give it a tug. Give it the old tug test. Okay, we're good there. Now we have the green ground coming up from the bed, which is this one here. It's going to go into the left one again. This is way too long, so we'll give that a cut. A strip. Cut, strip, and ferrule. And a crimp. Give it the tug test. Does that sound dirty, nasty, tug test? I don't know. Now that I mention it. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, Tim. We never thought of that until you said something. And tug test. We're good. Let's pop you in here, and you can come out that same hole as that one right there. Doesn't matter, you're all good there. Okay, and then we have the, what do we have left? We have this brown guy, which is the, this is going to number 2. Okay, this guy, I don't have any of these ends, so I'm not going to cut this. I'm just going to fold him in. Then we have these last two, which are our bed thermistor and our end stop, our Z stop. So I don't have any of those, or do I have any of those? Maybe I do. So I don't necessarily want this one to be that long. So let's see. Bed live. So that's going to go into there. I think, yeah, let me go see. Not as bad as Pocket Pool. There you go. Brown is usually number 2. Yeah, that's going in here. That's the live for the bed. I'm just going to quickly go see. I just realized that I hadn't switched screens here. Yeah, so again, this brown one is extra long. So I'm gonna just quickly zip over and see if I have. I'm pretty sure I have some of those terminals. Yes, I do. And I have a crimper somewhere here. This one, I think this will work. Okay, so what do I need? There's just a standard, good old standard red. Let's go back here and let's zip this guy down here. So this is, that's a smaller than this one. Let's see, maybe I can, actually blue will be better. Yeah. Yeah, I think the blue one's going to be a better fit. Okay, so we're going to cut this guy off about, so we're going to feed him up through here, boom, and we'll cut him off about here. Okay, so let me roll this camera back over so you can keep an eye on what I'm doing here. So you can laugh at my mistakes, because I do. Okay. We'll go up about there, so let's cut this guy right about here. That's lots of room. I'm going to actually probably end up having to double this wire over. Come on. There we go. Let's just see if this is actually, yeah, I think I'm going to need to double him over because this blue guy is a little bit wide. Let's see if I can get this. That might be big. I want to see if I can get away with a littler one. That one, or where's that other red one go? Right here. See if that will actually fit. Oh, that will fit in there. Okay, I'd rather that than the blue. The blue's a little too big as far as squishing the wire goes. So, and these two, I believe these are the same size. That's a 25.3. This is an SV1 25.3. Yeah, they're the same size. Okay, so I think I'm going to be better off with the smaller one. And I'm going to, oops, that's not the right crimper. That's not the right crimper. Where's the crimper for this thing? That one. Well, that might work. Actually, I think it will work. I think it will work if I go down in between right here. Oh! If I don't drop the whole thing first. Okay. And yeah, we're going to go to this one. And tug test. We're good. Okay. Let's come up through here, across and up into the SSR like so, and snug it up. Okay, we can just come right out the end there like that. Okay, I can do that. Now, these two guys are going orange is the bed thermistor, yellow is the, oh man, yellow is a nozzle probe. So the bed thermistor is going to this pin right here. So both of these guys got to scoot their way up the traffic highway here. So we'll come in here, we'll come across these, we'll cut these cars off here, we'll come on up here, we'll scoot our way. Actually, I might zip tie. Yeah, I'm gonna just do a zip tie to tidy that. We'll come through here. We're going to come up here. We're going to zip tie ourselves to these to this motor cable because it'll just tidy things up here a little bit. Okay, and am I going to zip tie down there? I don't need to, no, because that's pretty much coming out. So we're going to zip tie ourselves right to there. Okay, so we come up with that bundle there. Then we're going to come into this raceway. And where are we going to come out? Let's decide where we're going to come out. We're gonna. I think I just moved the camera on y'all. There we are. Oh, and you can't even see up this high, can you? Ay, ay, ay. Where's my cameraman when I need him? There we go. So we basically just tied off to the motor cables there just to keep them from crisscrossing over. It's more a thing because I just like it to look pretty. Okay, this one is the bed thermistor, which goes, it's the orange, which goes to the end, which goes right to here, right there. Okay, and the other one is the probe, which goes to the second one in, which is right here. This goes to this guy right here. That's going to be for the clicky probe. Okay, so let's bring you guys up through here. Let's double you back, and let's pop you out this freeway exit right there. There we go. Okay, we got those in place. Okay. So those are all our cables coming from our bed. All put together, all put in place, all put to sleep. I'm just going to look right here. I'm going to, because I'm pretty, I don't know, call me anal, I'm going to take another zip tie. I should do this after I make sure everything works, but hey, I got excess zip ties. So I'm going to pop that down here, through here, and we're just going to secure these ones here a little bit. There we go. Just keep it tidy. That's why they give you so many zip ties, so you can tidy stuff like this up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now if I back that out a hair and lower it a bit, you can kind of get an idea. You can kind of get an overview of everything that's been going on here. There we go. Okay. Cool. Looking good so far. Looking good. It's not too messy. I'm not, you know, I've seen better. I have seen much better. So, okay, let's get back over here. So we finished up this whole part here. We can actually probably put, I can probably go ahead and put the SSR cover back on. Like that. There we go. Okay. So we skipped that step. We come back and get it done. This is what it should all look like. And it all looks pretty good. I like what I see. So, connecting the Toolhead breakout cables, part 1. Okay. Connect the 4-pin XY end stop cable to the 4-pin connector. Connect the 14-pin Toolhead cable to the 14-pin Molex microfit connector. And connect the remaining cables according to the following table. Okay, so do we have a blow up of this? We don't. See a high resolution image here. Let's go see a high resolution image. I like that we have links to high resolution images. Okay, so these cables are going to be, I had all these ready. I believe that's this bag right here. Let me put my, knowing me and the way my night's been going, if I leave these ferrules out and open, I will have a floor full of ferrules and I will not be happy. I already have a floor full of glass over here from that light I dropped. So I got a little cleanup to do. Okay, ferrules put away and out of the way. Make a bit of room here. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So connecting all these guys up. So now, according to the instructions, there we go. We are going to number 1. Oh, sure, I should have locked that window again. So let me duplicate that window so I can go here and go back and read the actual instructions. Okay. I'm done with that one. Okay. So number 1, connect the 4-pin XY end stop cable to the 4-pin connector labeled ground XY VIN on the breakout PCB. Okay. 4-pin XY connector, so we have our end stop. That's the 4-pin one there. There's the Y stop. 4-pin XY connector. That's the end stop, and that is the, no, that's the extruder stepper motor. We don't want that one. We want, not that one. We want, that's a 3-pin. Where is the 4-pin? Okay, I don't see the 4-pin XY connector. Four-pin connector label ground XY. So, oh man, this is where I have trouble seeing. This is really, really dark. I need to cheat here and grab a flashlight. I cannot see this too well. This is where my oh man, and that's red on black. Oh come on, who put red on black? I think I can see that. No way in a million years. Where is my I need to wear my little cheating specs here. Okay. There's no way in a million years I'm going to see that. We're looking up here. Here. There we go. I have to use these things to see what I'm reading here. Okay, let me look. Let me turn the light on. Okay. Okay, there, I can see that now. Okay, man, that's really tough to read. Those are tiny. E-motor. 24 volt ABL ground. There it is right there. Ground XY. Whew. That's tough to read. Okay. So we're looking for a 4-pin XY end stop cable from the ground XY. Oh, that's the one that's going... Okay, and I think I got to back up and do another step. Where is that cable for that one? I think that cable is in this bag. I think that is... Okay, I think I know what's going on here. Number one, I got to hook the XY, and this is what I mean when I say popping back and forth between the Voron instructions and the LDO instructions. Those are my LEDs. That one, okay. So I need to install, and I think it's this cable right here I'm looking for, the XY stop cable. Yes, okay. So basically what I need to do here, that I didn't do, and I should have popped back to the Voron instructions before I went on further in this instructions, is I need to hook up the XY end stop right here. And that is talked about in the Voron instructions. So if we switch back over to the Voron manual, that comes up right about... No, that comes up a little bit earlier, up earlier in the electronics. Let me, right there. Yeah, so we had started the electronics, then we got sidetracked into the LDO electronics, and then we never did get this step done. But, so this is going to clip onto the bottom of the, of that one rail. Okay, so basically what we're looking at here is, I have the piece already done and ready. It is right here. This is the piece here that we're going to install, and that basically goes right there. So this is our X end stop and our Y end stop, and it's going to go on. These two bolts are going to come out, and this is going to clip onto here, and then that's what this wire here is for this. Now, I'm not sure how they feed that wire, but I'll have to have a look and see. So there we go. So we're going to pop these two bolts out. Yeah, it's the back and forth that obviously gets me a little confused sometimes, but it's okay. At least I didn't forget, right? And these are going to be replaced with M3 by 30s, which miracle of all miracles, I happen to have right here. Okay, so we're going to take that one out, and we're going to take this one out. And these are the screws basically that are holding the rail onto the linear rail. And then we're going to get a couple M330s out. How's the music anyways, guys? Is the music okay? Like, I just pick random stuff that, like, I'm not even 100% sure if it's good or bad or indifferent. Let's get this one started. So, there, and get this one going. There we go. There we go. So we have our Y and our X. Okay. Oh, you want to keep going. Okay. Cannot get over how full bed that heat mat is. My Trident's heat mat is 20 millimeters or so from every edge. Huh. Oh, the heat mat under here you mean. Yeah, this is new. I think this is it's a new mat they've been doing. My 2.4 is the same as your Trident. So, okay. So now we got our wire. I'm just not sure how I'm going to run this cabling. Probably, I don't know how this is meant to be run, but heck, we'll figure it out. Okay. So this is going to plug in to here. We think. No, that was right. 4 pins. And into there. There we go. So that's in. Now this, let me see if there's anything that shows where these run. No, no, no. Are these going to run through end stop pod, A motor, end stop pod, tool head? There goes the dog. I don't see. I'll just show you guys what I'm looking at here. Anyways, I'm just looking to see. No, this goes way back to the electronics. This is how we run the AB motors. Okay, then we talk about that. We put everything in. Then we put this XY end stop in. And we don't really talk about where the wires run for this. So, let's just see. Or is that going to run along the same? That's going to probably run through the same cable chain, drag chain, as the stuff upstairs. Okay, well, let's just put that aside for a minute then. And let's see what we got to do here. Oh yeah, this is back and forth. It just goes in the drag chain and routes down that yellow piece you have on top. Yeah, okay. Routes down this guy. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that in there for now. I think I can move on with the rest of this stuff, because that's where, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm just, we're just gonna move on and have a look at what's next here after that. So according to this, we have our XY end stop cable that's going to come from that drag chain. It's going to come in and plug in here. So we'll just leave that for now. And then the same with the tool head cable. Okay, tool head cable we're not going to worry about. That's going to come down the drag chain. So yeah, we got to get the drag chains in prior to running these cables anyways. Okay, so the extruder motor, we can go ahead and put the extruder motor plug in. Okay, so that's this guy here. Extruder motor, and I don't think it makes a difference which end, they're both the same. And that's going into number 3. So that's going into this guy here. 1, 2. Oh, hang on a minute here. Do I have these? Have I shifted these? There's 2 in between. I think I've shifted these. Hang on a sec. I think I got one of these in the wrong spot. How did I do that? That's Z2. How did I get that in the wrong spot? Z2. I am sure I followed instructions directly when I did that, but according to this diagram, I am 1 too far. I shouldn't have 2 in between. I should only have 1 in between. That bugs me. I'm just going to skip back real quick. Z2. I did make an error. So Z0. Z0 should be. Yeah, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. See, that's why I didn't cut my wires. I knew I'd have to shift them all. This should be over in here. Okay. And then the next one is a Z1. And that's the pink one. Yeah. That should be over one. And then this Z0 should be in there. There we go. That's the way they should go. But again, fortunately, you find these little mistakes when it comes time to plug in something and you say, what are you doing in my plug? It's like when you go to your reserved seats at a sports venue and somebody's sitting in your reserved seats, you go, get out of my seats. Okay, E. So that's going to go in here. So that is for the extruder right there. Extruder. And let's get back to where we were. There we go. So yeah, so now the extruder motor comes across there, and that one plugs into this top one right here. I'm going to make sure that that is the extruder. Yes, it is. Extruder motor right here. Right there. Okay. Now we're going to get really crowded in this stinking speedway, raceway. Why didn't I cut those wires? Why? Okay, there we go. Okay, we're in. We managed to fit them in. It just goes in the drag chain. Oh yeah, okay. I already read your comment. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss I'm trying to miss as few comments as possible. Okay, now we have the green one, which is the chamber thermistor, and we have the hot end thermistor is the pink one. Okay. Chamber thermistor, I believe, is what's going to be controlling the LEDs. I do not have a chamber thermistor in here. PCB fan I don't need right now. This guy here is the LED strip. And what do we have? This is to the Raspberry Pi. And this is the hot end fan. Hot end fan. We're not putting that one in yet. We're looking for the part fan. Why stop? Why not stop? Chamber thermistor. So we need that one. And then we need the hot end thermistor. And there's the X stop. And thermistor 0, hot end thermistor. Here we go. So, hot end thermistor on this guy is where are you showing me on the diagram? Showing me the second one up on the second row in. So you're showing me this one right here. Man, that is so hard to read. Thermistor 0, there we go. And so that goes in right there. That's difficult to read with my eye issue I'm having right now. And then on the board, that's going right beside. It's going right beside the bed thermistor. So the bed thermistor's there. Hot end thermistor there. Put it in the right way, it works better. Okay. Okay. Let's route this through here, come across here. There we go. Okay. Told you should cut wires. I know, Leo. I should have cut the... Yeah, I know. I know. You don't have to tell me you told me so much. Chamber thermistor, which I believe is what's going to end up running the LEDs. I could be wrong, but we'll put it in. Goes right below the hot end thermistor, and it goes right beside the hot end thermistor over here. There we go. I know, I should have cut those stepper motor wires. You are correct. And I should be cutting these too, theoretically, but I don't want to. Those other ones were ridiculously long, though, and they only had ferrule ends, so it's easier to put a ferrule end on than it is to crimp all those little tiny JST things. There we go. Okay, so you can come out there. Why don't you just come out that same hole right there? There we go. Okay, and then so I think we've got everything from here. We just don't have these. They're going to be coming from the drag chain. Okay, then if we move on here, so we got that one done. So, extruder motor thermistor 1, chamber thermistor, we've got the LED not used, C-fan not used, C-fan LED not used. Okay, fair enough. The 3 ports with fans are not used in V2 build. They are used for Voron switch wire. Okay, fair enough. We'll move on. The end result should look like this. Okay, and it all looks like this except for the stuff that's coming up from the drag chain, which we have yet to put on the top. So we'll get to the drag chains. Connecting the Toolhead breakout cables, part 2. In this step, we'll finish making all connections between the breakout PCB and the Octopus controller. So we can finish those before we do the drag chains. Not a big deal. Okay. So here's the diagram. Do they have a high resolution image? They do. I love it when they have a high resolution. Oh, I love this image. Man, now that I can see. That I can see. Okay. We can work with this. So let's go back. We can definitely work with this. Let's raise this a little bit since we are working towards the top, and I can zoom in a little bit for you here too. Man, I'm choked up about that light I broke. I know I should stop bitching about it. Okay, so we can zoom in so you can actually see what's going on here. Okay, so we want the, let's start with the blue one, which is the Y end stop. There's the X end stop. And there's the probe. Did you make the Y end stop a different color? No, you didn't. Hot end fan, part fan. Where's my Y end stop? LED strip. Well, it's probably the last one I'm looking at. No, PCB fan. Where's my, is it right here? Oh, there it is. There's my Y stop and my, right here, Y stop and X stop. Sorry, it took me a while to track down the wires. Okay, the Y end stop, YES is going on the, this one right here. Right there. And that is going over, it's blue, and it's going in beside the Z-stop. So that's going all the way up over here, and right in beside this guy. Right in there. Okay. We'll tuck it in after we get the rest in. X end stop is orange. So X end stop, XES. And that goes just above the blue. But is there one in between? Let's see. Boom boom, and the pink one is the hot end fan. Okay, so that's going to be X end stop. Let's make sure we're in the right one. XES, there we go. So that goes in here. Okay, and the X end stop is orange. It goes right next to the Y end stop. Kind of makes sense. It goes right here. Okay, and the beige one is the Z probe, or in this case it's going to be my clicky probe. Where's the Z probe? Where's the Z probe wire? Z probe, or the ABL. Okay, and that is going just above this one. It's a 3-pinner, and it goes right here, and then it goes over onto the board to the top left one, which is way over right here. Okay, let's make sure that is correct. Okay, so we got all these going. Okay, and the last, no, we got a couple more. The pink one is the hot end fan, or the HEF, also known as HEF. Let's find that wire. That is going to be this one. That's the park cooling fan, and the hot end fan must be this one. And that's the HEF, hot end fan. So that's pink, and that goes above the orange one we just put in. So that is going right in here. There, and then that plugs into the second one on top. So these are all the fan ports. Those jumpers are all set to the proper voltage, so you go in, second one in. Okay, and then the park cooling fan goes right beside it on here, like so, and then you go, I believe, right beside the one I just put in, the second one in. Oh, the first one in is the green one. Park cooling fan is number 1. So you go in right, oh, the other way around. Right there. Okay, and then one more. We got a red one, which is the hot end heat. The hot end heat. Okay, that is this guy. Is this it here? Hot end 0, hot end. Yes, so the hot end heat is a different kind of plug. It goes right here. And this just goes into the first two. That says bed out though. I guess it doesn't matter. It's a hot end heat. It's bed out, but it goes into these end ones here. Okay. Again, that's a long cable. That's like, this has got to go from here to here. And I've got this much cable. So this one I may cut. Let me make sure. I'm going to double check I have the right cable. I'm positive I do. That's the PCB fan. Yeah, none of these other ones are going to, and that's the Raspberry Pi. Yeah, that is the right cable. So I'm going to quickly, since I have the tools right here, I'm going to quickly redo that one. So that one, we only need that to be about, oh gosh, this long right here. That does not have to be nearly that length as that. So let's take this out. Let's go ahead and okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this. I think I can get this even closer so you can witness the cutting close up. So we're going to cut this right there. What the heck? So, okay. There we go. Okay, grab a couple terminals. I think, yeah, these red ones here. Okay. Okay. Slipped out. Slipped out on me. And I know that this is not absolutely necessarily the exact proper tool for this kind of crimping, but this works really well. Tug test. Yeah, we're in there good. That's a bit close, don't you think? There you go. Strip a tiny bit more off this one. Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, let's go back to where we were. There we go. So that can go on there. And now we got much more reasonable length. That's good, just like that. Okay. So that takes care of this section here. we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires we hooked up there. So I'm going to quickly get all these guys kind of, well, quote unquote, organized. Okay. Let's take these in. Oh, come on. Let's take these in right through here. Then, if you don't want to go in there, there we go. Take these in through here. We'll come down here. And we'll come out here. This one's a little longer. So we'll just take him. There we go. I mean, it didn't look cluttered until I started to actually put wires in, so it's not so bad. It's not too bad. Could be worse. Why do you keep popping out there, black one? Stay put. Stay put. Get in there. Stay. Oh, you little pain in the... There's always one in the crowd, right? There we go. Okay, and then we go down here. So, I think that's all I got to do to come across the top there for now. I am going to, for the sake of my own sanity, I'm going to put the cover on this top one right now for now. Look at that. Makes it look so much tidier when the cover's on. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's all the wires that are going to run up there anyway, so but we'll see if I'm wrong. Much faster than the V24 stream. You were at 67 stream at the end of the last build. Yeah, it's 60. Yeah, this is going much quicker because, and you're going to laugh at this. Go ahead and laugh at this if you want, but I know what I'm doing more so this time. I've got that experience. You'd never guess it by watching it. It doesn't go nearly as smoothly as Nero and Steve's builds go, but hey, it's okay. I'm only human, born to make mistakes. I'm only human, flesh and blood I made. Okay, sorry, I couldn't help but quote that. Okay. We are, we still got another half hour. We are here. Let's see what the next steps are. Oh, let's go back. Okay, once you've connected everything between the breakout board and the octopus, check your wiring. Specifically, use a multimeter to check the 24-volt ground and 5-volt ground are not shorted. Mistakes in the cables or wirings can cause a short, which can result in damage to the PCB if powered up. The result is below. You can also check out the close-up photo of the breakout PCB and controller. Oh, they have a controller one too. Okay. Yeah, well, the hot end I know for a fact is you can't really. Let me just see here. Yeah, I can't. Did I break a ferrule here? Hang on a minute. I think I broke a ferrule. Yeah, but I'm going to check that in a second. So that's what they're telling us to look at. Part cooling fan, hot end fan, thermistor. I'm just sort of comparing. Actually, I can put you guys back on here. I'm just kind of comparing what I've got here to what's going on in that drawing. So we have our Z probe, which is up here. Then we have our 3 in a row, which is all of our end stops, our X stop, our Y stop, and our Z stop. Although the Z one is X, Y, they're not showing the Z stop in here. But the Z stop goes in that third one, so we've got it here. And part fan and hot end fan are fine. And then the hot end thing there is fine, but I just have to check and see because I think I felt a loose ferrule here. Yeah. So let me pop this off. And let me pull this wire out. And yeah, that ferrule's kind of loose. Kind of feels almost like the ferrule is bent. Once you bend a ferrule, let me pop them both out just to double check. Let me just see. Yeah, you can see right there. Once you bend a ferrule, black one's okay, the red one's not. So what I'm going to do, since I got lots, it was a tight fit. But I think I can make it work. I got to replace that ferrule for sure. Okay. So let's get this out. You kind of had a Voron coach when you were printing your first parts and building your first Voron, pushing you for sure. The reflection of the community you've come to know. Yeah, that's great. This, I just noticed that my mag lights were turned on. I just turned them off. Yeah, this community is great. And I mean, I'm making some, I call dumb mistakes, but I'm making a few mistakes here. And, you know, other communities, people, and I'm sure there's people out there laughing going, what an idiot. But for the most part, it's nothing but good support in this community. It's great. Yeah, I'm making a few mistakes, but hey, it happens. But I'm catching a few things too, like that red, this ferrule, that black one's fine. This one just felt a little bit suspiciously loose, so I'm not comfortable with this. So we'll cut that off. Unfortunately, it's a very quick fix. There we go, just like that. And Bob's your uncle. I actually do have an Uncle Bob, come to think of it. Oh, good, don't drop. Hear this crunch, crash, crash, crunch. There we go. Experienced people make mistakes. It's how they grow their experience further. So true. Why did I did that before? I got the ferrule in the wrong hole. There we go. I did it again. Third time's a charm? No, why? Come on. Why am I missing? What the heck is going on here? Why am I missing that hole so badly? There we go. Good. We don't need to tuck that in at all. That can just sit right there. Awesome. Yeah, you don't. Nobody. You know what? If I've never been belittled at all. Again, there might be some people out there that are more experienced, thinking, oh, you know, blah 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 blah. But you know, that's okay. But nobody has ever belittled me on stream. So, in front of my back, So that's good. It's a great community. It's an amazing community. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's see what they were cautioning here. They were saying use a multimeter and check the 24 volt ground and 5 volt ground are not shorted. Okay, so let's do that. I can actually do that from the board here. 24 volt and 5 volt, and that's these ones here, and that is the ones coming out here. No. Oh, let me think for a minute. Where's my full 5 volt ground and 24 volt ground? Okay. My meter. My black wire that goes with the meter. Where'd you go? There you go. Okay, let's get this. Doop. Let's double check this. What's your Bob movie reference? Yes, hey Duff. Okay, so let's see. Where is my 5 volt ground in here? So I know no 24 volt ground, I could just use this one. No, I'm not shorted across there at all. Dang, I just take care of your eyes, they're so precious. Where's my 5 volt plug? It's right there. And the ground is actually ground right there. Sorry, I know I'm covering up, but I gotta get close to see what I'm touching here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm sure we're good there. Okay. And then 24 volt ground. Okay, we are not shorted for sure. Oh, stiff neck. Stiff neck. Take that off. Okay, I'll turn the light off. Okay. Okay, we are at checkpoint number 2. You've yet to build one from a kit. Huh. You've self-sourced everything. Before moving on to the next step, let's check that all breakout board wiring, incorrect wiring, or a mistake in the cabling here can be serious damage to the breakout board and controller. Always check wiring with the machine unpowered and power cable unplugged. Use a multimeter to check between the 5-volt ground. Between 5 volt and ground, they should not be shorted. I just checked that. Use a multimeter continuity to check 24 volt and ground. They should also not be shorted. I just checked that. Okay, and I can double check that for sure. I will double check that, 24 volt. And I can pick any ground point. Well, 24 volt and ground, I can pick any one of these ground points because the 24 volts. Oops, turn the meter on. Helps. So 24 volts do short. 24 volt and ground do not short. 24 volt here. Yeah, in the ground, and we're not shorting to the ground at all. We are not shorting to the ground here, to the earth, or the common. And we're not shorting here. So 24 volt and ground are not shorting. Is that tight? That is tight. Okay. Five volt fan pins are not shorting. Okay. I'm still going to need that meter, aren't I? Double check the hot end cartridge cable. It's important that the red wire is connected to plus on both ends and the black is connected to minus on both ends. The hot end cartridge cable. Okay. So we are, well, there's only one way for that to go in. And then on this one, where am I here? And this one's coming out here, and this one's coming out here. That's the bed. And then the hot end, we have red is plus, black is minus, and this one plugs in only one way, and the red is plus. So let me just make sure that that plug is wired correctly on the board. Come on, turn the light on. So I'm going to 24 volts, and let me just unplug this. We will double check, and we are, yeah, we're on the 24 volt side, which is red. So we're okay there. So those are wired correctly. So we're okay there. You bought a V18 printed solid, drilled and tapped, modified Trident frame, then cussed yourself when trying to fit the roll in T-nuts, as they are not as easy as Musumi extension. Oh yeah, that would suck. Okay. Check the polarity of the CT chamber thermistor 0 XES cables. The black wire should be connected to the ground side of the connector with both ends. Well, they definitely are, because ground on these is always down. On these ones is the middle is the ground, and the voltage is the top. So we are black, 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 black on that. That one doesn't matter, and that one is black. Okay, that one's good. And then on this end, the ground is up, up, up. We're good. We're good. Oops. Dirty glasses. No wonder I can't read. No wonder I can't see. Okay. Back to this. Oh. Okay. In this step, we'll connect the remaining fans, LEDs, as well as the NeoPixel and Ethernet cable. Okay. Well, I'm going to, I need to get the drag chain put in, and I need to get that hot end finished before I can connect that. I can do the Ethernet cable. Let's just see what else we got to do here. You got your entire Trident frame from Musumi and cheaped out on T-nuts from Amazon. Almost hammered my frame like I was doing. Yeah, I won't do that again. I found an easier way to put them in now. yeah, I gotta get the hot end going, and the so I gotta get the clicky probe, at least the part of the clicky probe that goes on to the hot end, printed and in, so that I can get the hot end mounted and get all the drag chains on and get all those cables running down, so I can continue, and the LED strips I got to put on too, and the Stealth Burner NeoPixel, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what else is going to be going next here. I'm going to switch over to this guy because you guys don't need to look at that. So, yeah, they're talking about the PCB fans. So the fans that are blowing across the side. So that involves getting the skirt put on and getting those fans put in place. Oh boy, excuse me. So now I'm going to go back and switch back real quick to the Voron manual. Okay, so now that we got that taken care of, we can skip by all this stuff. And then alternate hot end wiring. Okay, so we're not worrying about that because we've got our hot end wiring done. We're using a totally different board than these ones. Yeah, so now we're looking at the chains. So this is the next part that we've got to really tackle is the chains. Then they talk about getting the hot end going. And keeping on with the chains. Attaching the chains. I do recall seeing those parts. What am I talking about? And then running the wires, and we've done these ones. So we've got the end stop pods. Let's just keep going and having a look here. We've already connected a lot of this stuff, and then they're talking about getting into the skirt and all these things here. So I think that's the next step, is going to be to get these drag chains on. So two things we got to do. Oh, look at that kind of cool overlay there. I kind of stopped it halfway. Ooh, look at that. Cool. Anyways, I digress. So we got to get the drag chains on so we can get the cables down there so we can finish the wiring. LDO frames are a different story though. Even the ones that said they fit, yeah, it's tough. They're hit and miss. They're hit and miss. So it looks like the next step is going to be get the drag chains on. I've got to get the Clicky Pro printed. Clicky Pro parts printed. At least the part that's going on the hot end. The part that goes on the frame, I can worry about that after. That can be done after, no problem. But at least get the one on the hot end so I can get the hot end built. So we can get all those cables down the drag chain and get the drag chain down so we can finish the electronics under here. I got to wire the Pi up yet, which is not a big deal. We haven't got to that step yet, but just a few little things to go. And it's definitely going quicker than the 2.4 went. That is a fact. Look at all these excess length wires that I ended up having to cut. And you know, usually I keep these things because it's like, who knows when you need a piece of wire, but nah, I've got so many pieces of wire. So yeah, that's about that. And we're just about right at our 3-hour mark anyways. So oh boy, I'm sorry I'm yawning. I really got stressed out earlier when I dropped some stuff and I broke a light. That's choking me up that I broke a light. I'm pretty sure I can replace that bulb because that's kind of making me dark and it's kind of making me annoyed, and I hope it's not an expensive bulb. So, but folks, thank you so much everybody for watching. I appreciate it. And you know what I didn't do and I intended to do during the stream? I intended to have like this camera view on here, and I intended to do this and show off this little graphic that I have, which is kind of cool. So, but I keep forgetting, and I think I was just too involved in the build and that. So check out during the week. It's possible I may, I don't know. Well, what I'll probably do during the week for my midweek streams is I'll probably work on the Clicky Pro parts, printing the Clicky Pro parts, getting that all put together with the little magnets and stuff, and I'll stream that during the week because that's kind of like an add-on to this build. There's a clicky probe kit with it, but it's not the standard probe. So that's kind of like a side shoot thing. So anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank thanks, Andrew. I want to thank again LDO Motors and Sparta3D for sponsoring this build, for sending me this printer to build, and Sparta3D for the filament. We have Polymaker filament involved in here, Sparta3D ABS filament, and we have Matter3D ABS all in this printer, in this beautiful rainbow colored printer. So I'm not the only one that does that. You have a big box of wire in all sizes. Oh, I have tons of wire. So last thing I need to do is keep more wire. So anyways, you guys all have a great week. And we will, again, during the week, keep an eye during the week. If you have a good chance, if you have a chance, I'll be doing the clicky probe, and we'll do a few little things during the week. I would love more than anything to get this thing powered up next week. So we'll see what happens. Who knows? If I have disaster like I did today, it might delay it a little bit. So, hopefully things go a little smoother next week. So everybody have a great night, and we will catch you guys all later. Thank you again. Stay safe, and we look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye for now.